Yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Pain for their disease. Breathe just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards in the weekend, harmless.
Well, draft week is finally behind us. It's time to kick off IPW the right way. New stars, new chapters unfolding tonight. Let's kick it off. 6 matches are plenty, and we're going into a banger to start it off. So strap on in as we get to the ring.
Making money with a sense of urgency. Dollar bill.
San Francisco is the home for tonight's episode of Primetime.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Bumpton, Colorado, weighing in at 260 pounds, Tavion Heights.
As we begin the new era in full swing, no more drafting, everyone has a home, and Tavion Heights is. It's here on Primetime. This man has a tough welcome ahead of him because the hounds are barking in San Francisco. As Braun Breaker begins his new warpath.
And his opponent, representing the Vision from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 250 pounds, Braun Breaker.
A tough welcome for Tavion Heights. As well, Braun Breaker, the hounds, certainly barking here as he looks to go to work and looks to start a warpath towards either the television championship or that undisputed world heavyweight championship. Remember, Turmoil is only a few weeks away from this point on. And a spot in that Turmoil match could be what these two stars are really after. Big man Gregathy rushing to the wayside to get this matchup underway, and expect a technical wrestling exhibition. Heights early with a crossface has the badass dog down on the mat, working over that arm. Breaker quick to his feet, fights off Heights' offense, and we've seen Breaker over recent months explode with offense. While his performances have not been that static for him, where he's been able to pick up wins. Tonight, he's got a different sort of tune, as that's a beautiful brainbuster out from Tavion Heights. Response there back from Breaker, though, as he levels him. And Breaker in a situation like this, you kind of favor as he gets Tavion up. Torture rank position, submission hold locked in. Fought out of by Heights as he looks to get back into momentum. Nice European uppercut connecting there. Issue is Braun expected to follow up and fires back with some nice offense of his own. As said, we saw last week during draft week some undrafted battles where we saw stars potentially staking a claim at a spot at Turmoil. And that card, obviously, we've seen kind of fill out after IPW Underground this week, where we've guaranteed some title matches happening on the show. With the fact that we do have a couple of options happening for Will Ospreay's title. We've certainly... he could be facing up against the Hurricane based on recent results, as obviously Cody Rhodes, his opponent's been confirmed after a Rumble. But we will be seeing tonight who our good pal Abyss is facing in his championship bout. That's our main event and number one contendership affair for the for Turmoil. Interesting to see who will walk out of that, but IPW continuing to roll. We've got to have championship bouts at Turmoil, as well as confirming our next number one contenders with the two big 30-person Turmoil gauntlets. Eliminations aren't going to be aplenty in that one with, let's be honest, a flooding of stars in that battle. Speaking of battles, right now, Tavion and Braun going to work, going to war. It's Breaker who wins out in the basically just blow for blow trade. However, Tavion back on the offensive. Single leg. Just tossing Breaker over his head. Fails to connect with that elbow drop. And Braun's now back in control. Breaker cannot achieve what he wants to do with Tavion in his grasp. And Tavion hooks him up. Leg trapped vertical suplex. It's very unique in terms of that suplexing offense here from Tavion. You don't expect it typically when you go for a suplex. Adds the extra oomph in that snap, that speed to bring an opponent crashing down. It does add extra impact, and well, bringing the straps down adds extra emphasis on what you want to do. Tavion belly to belly, up and over, has Breaker down for the count, but it's only a count of 2. Needs something big here to maybe put away Breaker, but Breaker out the back door, DDT, putting down his opponent. And finally, Breaker getting Tavion on the ropes. Irish whip reversal, duck down. He's picking up speed, and he hits him with a massive clothesline. Breaker unleashed. And his straps come down as well. Heights in trouble. picked up. Running power slam from Breaker. And the Hounds are feeling it. He's set to unleash. Charges in and hits the spear. Cut in half. It's Tavion down and Breaker not victorious just yet. Braun needs a little extra to put away his opponent. He catches him, but no reverse, no powerbomb. Tavion fighting back. Takes the back up, electric chair position, drops him back with that fall away maneuver. It's impressive as Tavion continuing the pressure, cannot get the gut wrench in. Breaker escapes the danger. Takes the back, trying to mount some unprotected shots. Tavion trying to fly, but cannot get it either. Neither man able to connect with the big offense. It is Reversal City. However, Tavion lines up Breaker, deadlift German. Puts him down on the outside. The issue is that count is certainly escalating as a crocodile roll up. Gut wrench. This time he's got it in deep. And he tosses Breaker to the wayside. Count of 7. 7 heaven. Gonna not be stopped there. Is the count broken? But Breaker himself is on the defensive. Tavion back drop onto the apron. Heavy landing for Breaker, but he's fired up now. He catches Tavion off guard. Lying in wait. But Breaker's a bit groggy. Got a wrench powerbomb. And again Breaker up, but Tavion still capitalizing. Torture rack into an awkward slam. I don't really know what to call it. A wasteland? Either way, it's innovative offense from Tavion Heights as the count's starting to escalate up there. We're at a count of 6 right now. 7 from Big Man Gregathy. Breaker has escaped the count out situation. Tavion gonna do the same at a count of 8. But there's the spear! While our camera didn't catch it, it was still coming quick at Tavion. He breaks the count out, but gets caught on entry. Breaker puts on a classy display to earn the first victory here tonight. And as for Tavion, put on a decent showing here against Breaker. Obviously, the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship division isn't where you expect Tavion to be.
Your winner,
Especially when you have Braun Breaker as like this gatekeeper to the top. Heights may find his footing in the television division, but we will have to see after an impressive win here for Braun Breaker. But from this, we head to another bout of similar caliber. Let's get going to it.
I get the money and it's right on cue. Keep the duffel bag up.
When I say similar caliber, I don't see this man with the same skill set as Tavion Heights. What I do see
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Draper, North Carolina, weighing in at 222 pounds, Andre
what I do see is opportunity. Breakdown before we had this new draft was the land of opportunity. It was a place to break out as a star. Now Primetime kind of feels that new void. Andre Chase gets his chance here to perform. I've got a feeling, though, that performance might be destructive. The war horns are sounding as a Redeemer looks to vanquish his foe.
And his opponent from Bulgaria, weighing in at 304 pounds, Rusev!
He looks revitalized, rejuvenated, ready to conquer his foe. Andre Chase has his work cut out for him tonight because Rusev is looking for dominance. Revved up and ready. Can Andre Chase overcome this Bulgarian brute? The crowd getting behind Andre. But the crowd cannot save him from this monster. A meeting in the middle, a collar and elbow tie-up. And as expected, the power game in favor of Rusev as he pushes Chase into the corner and lands a cheap shot and a clothesline. A referee, it's Big Kim for this one. Deadlift, just alley-oop, sends Chase flying. Redeemer going to work early. However, Chase able to fight back, dropping the elbow. Two realistically new stars into IPW. Rusev, this is his second match in an IPW ring. Obviously competed last night during the IPW Underground Showcase. I should say on Sunday night. Not last night. Anywho. Redeemer lands a nice spinning heel kick onto Chase, keeping the momentum going. Fireman's carry here for him. And he's just got a gun stun Chase into that pink top rope. Chase missing, trying to drop the elbow into the skull of the Redeemer, but not going to land. Is able to, however, grasp Rusev before he can unload his next big shot. You have to think, if you're Andre Chase, you need to use your speed, your cunning, the brain that earned you that diploma from the University of Chase U. Oh, but that's a big shot from Rusev. One punch to the gut and Chase dropped like a sack of spuds. Chase unloads some nice shots here. Caught, tries to go DDT. Eats a backdrop for his affair, and the Redeemer, of all people that you do not want punishing your back, your neck, or anything to do with your spine, is Rusev. Trying to set up for that accolade, or the game over, as it's also been donned. Rusev lying in wait. Takes the back, but cannot follow it up. Instead, it's Andre fired up. Lands a couple of shots, ducks the line. Up through, leaping in the air. He connects onto Rusev, who's forced into the corner. That elbow of Rusev comes up. There's the Mochka kick. Dropping Jason quickly. Accolade put in tight. Wrenching back is Rusev as Chase. His night could be over. Instead, though, the Bulgarian Brute relinquishes the hold. He wants to punish Andre some more. Misses up top. Chase catches him. Side effect lands. Now lying in wait, looking to put more punishment in onto Rusev. Butterflies him and spins him out. Angel's wings. Down with the Bulgarian Brute. Chase not gonna get the W. Kick out at 2 2/3 for Rusev. Fights back to his feet. Trying to wind up for that roundhouse, but Chase just catches him. Quicker to the punch. Forced, though, to change his attack here is Rusev. Again, he's trying to rev it up. But Chase takes the back side Russian leg sweep out of that position. And this has just lost Rusev momentum. Chase, sensing he has control, runs in, lands the Bulldog out of the corner. Rusev still trying to go for that shot, but again, Chase takes the back and punishes. Rusev to his feet. Again, it's that rev up is not working for him. Will he realize that danger? No, is the answer. As Andre's calling for the spin, Rusev ducks the line instead. Small package. 1, 2, 3. Rusev steals it. Well, I did say that.
Here is your winner, Rusev!
He needs to rethink that game plan and not go for that kick. But oh my! He's got Chase again in the accolade. This time, after the match, looking to dominate. Our referee, Big Kim's going to need backup to relinquish Peel Rusev off of Chase. But from this point, the Redeemer has left his mark in his debut singles bout.
I get the money and it's right on cue. Keep the duffel bag up inside.
Truth will ultimately prevail.
Well, how about we head to a Prospects division bout? New stars aplenty. Join Primetime. And one of them is the Cullings Izzy Dame.
The following contest is a fatal 4-way match. Making her way to the ring, representing the Cullings from Buchanan, Michigan, Izzy
Dame, former NXT North American champion. A lot of skills, a lot of charisma. A well-oiled, well-rounded wrestler. Certainly a perfect fit into the Prospects division. Obviously, a lot of stars are a perfect fit in there. And we have a lot of potential threats to Roxanne Perez and her championship. As it stands, Roxanne still looking for a #1 contender. This might put us on a good pathway towards it. But as we're getting cut up, we welcome Carmen Petrovic.
First, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Carmen Petrovic.
Drafted on Sunday night in the Women's Royal Rumble. She ended up here on Primetime. I'm already wishing it's Thursday at this point. With Quintana in hand. Petrovic and Dame, I feel very similar in skill sets, very similar in style and looks. And again, if they're similar, the points stand that she is a perfect fit for the Prospects division. Futures look bright when you feature these three. Azaria looking to conquer here tonight.
And from Adelaide, South Australia, Zaria.
I see a lot of similarities between Zaria and Bron Breakker. Speed, power, and just all-round ruthlessness. This fatal four-way could be the launch pad needed for Zaria to take over IPW's women's division. We shall see, though, if that's the case, because this bout is not that straightforward. Four stars getting their opportunity to perform here tonight as we welcome the fourth Triple A's Fantasia champion?
And from Monterrey, Mexico, Flammer.
Lady Flammer gets her chance to perform. And arguably the favorite of this matchup. He shimmy and shakes into the ring. A lot of Lola Vice in that style, but you expect some high, innovative offense from Lady Flammer here. We shall see, though, because this bout, it's gonna be interesting. Fatal four-way to kick this women's division, this Prospects division off perfectly. We're underway. Big man Gregathy issues for the bell. Zaria and Dame battle as Petrovic and Flammer tussle on the other side. A little switcheroo, a do-si-do of partners as Zaria now going after Flammer. Inverted body slam connects for her. Petrovic and Dame going to tussle as well. As we say, you've got to think Roxanne Perez watching on with bated breath to understand who will earn the W here. Favorite beforehand was Flammer. You then have Dame and then Zaria following suit. Petrovic, the underdog, the dark horse of this battle. But Zaria delivering early. Nice clothesline sending Dame to the outside. But Petrovic landing some big shots inside the ring. No DQ in a matchup like this, so baseball bats are going to be coming out. Hell of a lot of different things could be swung around us. Nice maneuver there from Petrovic. Kind of roly-polies, that schoolboy sort of roll-up into a boot, catching her opponent off guard. Meanwhile, on the outside, Flammer delivering some stiff shots to Dame. Dame fires back one of her own. Inside, though, the ring, the action is firmly Zarya controlled as she just yeets Petrovic's head into the mat. Carmen now taking over inside. As the action on the outside is very back and forth. Eyes on Petrovic as she lines up, tries to drop the elbow. Meanwhile, outside, Dame has a submission hold. A version of, I would say, a bear hug in onto Flammer, but Flammer escapes it and returns to the ring. Sees Zarya in control, and Zarya in trouble. Springboard maneuver, bang, up, down. Nice Hurricane Rana from Lady Flammer. And she again catches Dame on entry. Fireman's carry. Rolls through. Fit Finley roll. Executed to perfection, but there's a nice slam from Zarya. In a matchup like this, it's really anything goes. Everyone out looking to protect themselves. The situation, it's tense. It is all about picking your moments. Obviously, when we look at how this women's division kind of has built together, you realistically have a lot of different aspects coming together. And right now, as this battle heats up, you gotta look at just the favorites. It's undecided overall, as right now Zarya picks up Dame, but Flammer's immediately getting involved in that tussle. Carmen Petrovic down and potentially out of the fight for now, and Flammer's just going to add a few extra stomps in for good measure. Getting back into the ring. Carmen's getting back up, but she is on the receiving end of a lot of punishment. However, she's firing back now. Nice snap vertical suplex. Carmen continuing to punish. Now has Zarya up, but Zarya, as quick as she's up, she's back down, escaping through the back door. Irish whip puts Petrovic in the corner. Dame has dealt with Flammer and now has Zarya in her grasp. Big punch to the back, and Flammer catching Dame, hooks her up for a Flammer driver. Big time shot there. Chair also brought into the ring. Petrovic not able to connect with it, and instead a neat defeat from Flammer. She's unloading. Dame catching Zarya. Cover here though from Flammer, looking to steal it. But a 2 count. All that's going to be stolen from that pinfall attempt. Dame has put out Zarya here, as it's only her and Flammer standing. Nice Michinoku driver. Now going to go for the pin. She put and leveled Zarya. Good for a 2. But with both Flammer and Petrovic taunting on outside, Zarya and Dame get a battle, but there's a sit-out powerbomb from Dame connecting. Good for 2. Make it a 3. As Izzy Dame freely picks up victory in the ring.
Here is your winner, Izzy Dame.
Lady Flammer and Carmen Petrovic. We saw him taunting on the outside, but could not get in the ring to stop Dame's pinfall attempt. A massive victory here for her tonight. Well, from women's action, from men's action, we head to the tag team division. And it's a debuting night as well for Hank and Tank.
The following contest is a tornado tag team match on the way to the ring at a combined weight of 595 pounds. Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. Hank in Tank.
Well, this team weren't originally put together during the draft. A last-minute trade before the deadline hit that brought Hank and Tank together. Eve Torres and Solo Sikoa working together to pull that deal together. Interesting to note, I do not know what Solo Sikoa has garnered from the deal, but I have heard there's some family connections formed from it. Whatever that means. But this is a team also without a Loomis in its midst. The Wyatts looking to form a fresh start. The Wyatt 5 as they could be called now. I've got a feeling the Sinister's gonna work together to form the unit regardless. Who cares about brand splits, am I right? He was drafted to break down, but still he's here. There's Uncle Howdy leading the charge. The Sinister. The Scary. The downright spooky. The Wyatts are here to party. Hank and Tank have their work cut out for them. Which of the Wyatts is stepping into the ring? A question that will be given an answer momentarily. As we sit down, Uncle Howdy wants a front row seat to his Sinister tag team taking to the ring. Hank and Tank, grizzled faces, ready to brawl with Joe Gacy and Eric Rowan. And get this, we got a tornado tag. It's a Barmy in the ring. And Hank and Tank working together to start this affair off, bringing it to Rowan. They've eliminated Gacy from the affair. Nice shots landing into Eric Rowan. But here's the thing about a tornado tag match. All weapons are a go. And the kendo stick's already being thrown. Early pin here from Rowan. Only good for that one count. Irish whip. But forgive me, I've got to learn Hank and Tank's names. Who is who? Is really the question that I need to be asking. Right now, it doesn't really matter who's who. They're both having their asses kicked, but a leaping shoulder tackle from Hank levels Gacy as Tank. Big shot into Rowan. I've learned their names very quickly. Anyway, Gacy hooked up, inverse body slam down to the man. Well, it's Rowan punishing his opposition. Take him to the top, goes Tank with a swanton bomb, connects onto Gacy. Can't follow it up with the splash, and inside the ring, it is Hank being punished. Oh, I may have spoke too soon as Rowan's caught now. Why do I keep trying to chime in? Rowan charges in, lands the charge in the corner, follows it up with a big time knee. The Wyatts have control, and Gacy, he's got to be swinging for the fences. I believe Hank and Tank, a bit of a different sport. More of a linebacker sort of look and feel. Probably XFL stars. Meanwhile, in the ring, vice grip, mandible claw, choke slam comes through from Rowan. He goes for the cover and gets a 2 count. Gacy controlling his opponent. Brutalizer locked in. And the Wyatts have firm control over this battle. That control may be slacking. Losing it a little bit here. Grapple attempt missing there for Tank. Meanwhile, inside the ring, Hank applying the pressure onto Rowan, but he's got to have eyes in the back of his head as Joe Gacy, ascending up top, could turn his attention to him. Not going to be the case, and instead, Hank in control, Boston Crab applied. Tank's also in. Gacy has been dealt with. And this is an interesting debut, to say the least, for Hank and Tank up against the Wyatts. Obviously, the Wyatt 6 have had matches, but not in this format, I don't think. It's been mainly Dexter Loomis in them, but a deep 6 from Tank gonna connect here. Rowan's in. Say, Hank connects with it. Gonna send Gacy in the corner. Rowan's looking for weapons. Has himself the helping hammer. Gonna crash it into the guts of his opponent. Big shots connect here for Eric Rowan as the ginger beard looks to punish. Fireman's carry into the 4-way. That Samoan drop effective. And now, no, not able to follow it up. Action returning back into the ring. Oh, but there's that vice grip chokeslam. Crucifix bomb, though, to stop the pinfall attempt. Hank having to thank his partner who's going up and down. Manhattan drop, but there's the kendo. Gacy swings for the fences, negating the offensive predicament that Hank and Tank find themselves in. Nice German suplex. Gacy pounced on. And Hank, he's got the ring to himself. Gacy back to his feet now. Caught Irish whip, center flying. Avoids the offense. Elbows to the back of the skull. Springboard. Crossbody. Connecting. The Wyatts seize the chance to pounce, and they're putting the pressure on. Nice neck breaker from Gacy. Meanwhile, outside the ring, nice Irish whip sends Rowan into the announce desk. What's Gacy thinking here? Through Clothesline misses on Hank, but the second one from Rowan doesn't. Big shot, but a big time headbutt from the Tank deals with Rowan for the moment. The Wyatts, they've got the ring to themselves. Both Hank and Tank on the apron or prone on the outside as we return back into the ring. Hank and Tank have the opportunity. Full Nelson into the butt bomb. Goes for the cover. Tank could be securing the win. And no, near fall there. Only the two onto Big Red. Gacy sees control on the outside, but a nice clothesline over the top gives Tank control of the ring. Hank, though, has to deal with Gacy, who's again looking for that brutalizer. Gacy and Rowan working together well. Nerve trap hold applied. Here onto Hank. Tank has just been leveled by Gacy for the moment, but back to his feet. And Tank yeets Gacy onto the apron. The hardest part of the ring. Oh! Nice trip there by Tank to evade the sledgehammer shot, but somehow Hank gets flattened. I believe Rowan connected. Crucifix bomb from Tank. Great work there by Hank to protect his partner from that mandible claw chokeslam. That vice grip impactful. That sent on even more, but Gacy running interference again. Tank watching on, waiting for Gacy to be returned to him. Meanwhile, outside. Uh-oh. The hammer locked in for Rowan. Not going to be able to land it. And Hank and Tank have control. A sledgehammer for Hank. Tank. What's he thinking here? Deadlifts up Gacy for a running power slam into the cover. Rowan could break this up. He's slowly getting in, but it's too late. And Hank and Tank are victorious in their debut.
Here are your winners, Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. Hank and Tank.
A lot of big wins here tonight. And well, the action's not slowing down anytime soon. Our co-main event is upon us, and it's going to be epic.
I get the money and it's right on cue. Keep the duffel bag up inside my coupe. Hold a couple.
Well, Io Sky's in the ring waiting for opponent Fallon Henley, but oh my. Seems the champ doesn't want to get her hands dirty. It's Kiana James with Fallon Henley in her corner, stepping up to the plate. Fallon's gonna be watching on, and Io seems caught off guard by this. Let's get going. It's now Kiana James versus Io Sky. The crowd behind the genius of the Sky as well. But Kiana James, Fatal Influences. Bright Spark, the genius of Fatal Influence. Its best manager. Gets overpowered here by Sky. Io gonna go for the cheap shot as well. Can't blame her in that situation, but a nice German suplex. Kiana catches her on the charging. Beautiful dropkick though in response from Io. An early back and forth affair to start this matchup off. Cartwheels through though is Io. Hits the dropkick, nip up. And she's feeling it. crazy loco. It's a pop-off performance for Io. Caught though, jawbreaker. Kiana James hits it, second collar and elbow, and this time Kiana overpowers Io into the ropes. This time it's a cheap shot from James. Fatal Influence certainly has done numbers for Kiana James in her career. Changed her trajectory and provides her a lot more of a high-stakes performances. Obviously, going back to Uprising, involved in the War Games matchup. And technically at that point, these two would have been on opposite teams. Io not involved in the matchup, but a huge star on Breakdown in that women's division. Again, that cartwheel through into the dropkick. Io nips up, and well, she's feeling herself. And the crazy loco taunt comes through once more. Kiana rolled to the outside, but caught on entry with a lariat. As Fallon's chucking in chairs. He's trying to get involved. The referee distracted. As Io springboards into the dropkick. Fired up now is the Genius of the Sky as she's calling up her opponent. Dropkick misses this time. As we were saying, going back to Breakdown during draft week, Kiana James made a shock appearance, surprising the Sapphire champion Julia. Obviously, Kiana can appear on both shows thanks to the Freebird rule with the women's tag belts, but Io tries to go for the over the moonsault. Knees up from Kiana, catches her. But as we were saying, this is a good warm-up for Kiana James in the build-up towards that championship opportunity at Turmoil. Jote from Io, several of them, and Fallon, he knows that that's a dangerous maneuver to absorb from Sky. No love lost there. Obviously, Io holds a pinfall victory over Fallon Henley. Backdated to the showdown. That's over 6 months ago now. But Sky brought over during the draft period as a big #1 pick overall. Looking to go hunt for the Undisputed Women's Television World Championship. That is held by, of course, Fallon Henley. It's a massive prize that, realistically, Io would love to win. And it's one of very few ladies that owns a pinfall W over Fallon Henley. So, rightfully, upon return to the show, #1 pick overall, she is potentially in best position to go for that championship. But right now, sent running, Kiana returns to the ring at a count of 7. Smart from Kiana, looking for the count out, not wanting to overexert herself. Fallon's getting involved. That's just dirty. A count of 9. And this is a Fatal Influence count-out victory. James smart as she taunted. Fallon gets involved. And that's just pure Fatal Influence. Cut and run.
Here is your winner, Kiana James!
Certainly not what you expect to see. But that cheap victory is a Fatal Influence maneuver. It keeps Io Sky at bay for now, but I've got a feeling she's still gonna hunt for that Undisputed Women's World Championship. We shall have to see next week what happens there. But for now, it's main event time. #1 contendership for the television championship. Let's get it on. Main event time, and you may be wondering how this has all culminated. Simply put, we held 2 battle royales on IPW Underground.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. Weighing in at 80 kilos, Mr. Iguana.
2 battle royales with new stars all competing in them, looking to be drafted. The winners earn a number 1 contendership bout. Mr. Iguana somehow, and I mean somehow, won the battle royale that featured the following names: the British Bulldog, Ray Finnis, Nix, Mr. Perfect, Nick Aldis, Rusev, Farouk, and Brock Lesnar. His opponent was the expected winner. The knock on the door to signify it's showtime. Goldberg won a battle with Yoshiki Inamura, Psycho Clown, Josh Briggs, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Eric Bischoff, Adam Pearce, and El Hijo del Vikingo. This one-on-one main event on paper features 2 winners. I have a feeling this is going to be a slaughter. Originally, I thought Mr. Iguana was going to be fed to the beast incarnate.
And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 285 pounds, Goldberg.
But now he is a feast for WCW's greatest ever champion. Will it be a spear, a jackhammer, and a good night for Primetime today? Or will we get a literal match between these 2? We're about to find out. Mr. Iguana fired up, a little clap, a little shimmy and a shake. Let's get on the way, and already it's Bill Goldberg on the offensive. Deadlift up into the power slam. Mr. Iguana, I don't think you should have won that battle royale. And I certainly don't think you're winning this one. If anything, a win is surviving Bill Goldberg. But currently, it's Mr. Iguana on the offensive. Puts down Bill. Now, the television division in IPW here on Primetime is... Oh, he gets caught. Hung out to dry. The powerbomb from Goldberg strikes true. But as I was saying, the television division has been home to, I would say, the creeps and the weirdos. Abyss, The Fiend, The Demon, all these sinister beings, even Aleister Black, all monsters in their own right. Bill Goldberg is a different caliber of fish. Honestly, I don't see him as a television champion. I see him more of a world champion, but right now he is in a position to maybe get there, as Mr. Iguana, though, could be stopping that. The issue is the referee has just been taken out by Mr. Iguana's Hurricane Rana. Goldberg, though, not going to let that stop the battle. Continues to punish Mr. Iguana, the head of this Lucha Libre star, eating the mat constantly. Bill Goldberg working over the arm as well. And surprisingly, a matchup with Bill Goldberg is taking more than 5 minutes here. Springboard maneuver, nice attack there from Mr. Iguana. I believe it was a headbutt. He's looking around, he's concerned that he needs a little bit more to put out Bill Goldberg, but again he's caught, powerbomb down. And now I've got a feeling it's time to go to sleep. Spear connects. And it's only fitting. Hooks him up to the top. No jackhammer just yet. Escapes out the back door, does Mr. Iguana. Springboard into the Bulldog. Now it's Mr. Iguana on the offensive. Takes the back. Spins out into a Bulldog type maneuver. He catches Goldberg. 1, 2. And a kick out there. Mr. Iguana, with all the cheap gimmicks, the crazy look, he's still performing well. Crucifix pin. He could steal it here. Good for 2. Goldberg reeling here. Not something you typically expect to see, especially against a man like Mr. Iguana. Up and around. Big time tornado DDT. Cartwheels through. He's feeling it. But the punch is caught. Goldberg hooks up the arm. Military press. Down with the power slam. Dominating Mr. Iguana. This is the Goldberg you expect to see. Irish whip. Clothesline sends him packing. Uh-oh. Deadlift gut wrench. Powerbomb. More of just a toss across the floor. And you have to feel for Mr. Iguana. That body of his. He's going to be feeling it for weeks to come, because Goldberg is not gentle with those slams, with those tosses, with every inch of his maneuvers. They are looking to inflict the most damage possible. A big clothesline connects there for Goldberg. Action returns to the ring. Goldberg lying in wait, trying to stamp his mark on Mr. Iguana, but caught with a Hurricane Rana. Mr. Iguana seizing the opportunity. Hooks up Goldberg. No. For a second, I thought Mr. Iguana was going jackhammer. Goldberg escapes it, and now I know what's coming. Up into the air. Jackhammer. Good night. 1, 2, 3. No. Somehow this is delivering a matchup of the week performance already. I've got to say it. Goldberg misses the sliding attack. And now we're going blow for blow. Goldberg missing his shot. Mr. Iguana hits his. Goldberg beckoning the punishment. And Mr. Iguana happily obliging. He takes Goldberg down, takes the back. Up top he goes, spins out. Boom. Brings him down, head into the mat. 1, 2. No. A kick out in time from Goldberg. He catches Mr. Iguana. Pump handle just tossing him over his head. And why not? Deadlift running power slam for good measure. Goldberg's getting to the state of maybe anger. Caught crucifix bomb. Mr. Iguana looking to fly. Springboard position. Up and in. This time he's not caught. Hurricane Rana brings down Goldberg. Punch caught. Irish whip from Goldberg. A drop down. Spin. No! Boot meets skull. And Mr. Iguana takes it to Goldberg. Sending to the second rope. Middle class territory. Nice arm drag takedown. Springboard headbutt connects. Mr. Iguana's rolling. Goldberg. He's feeling uncontrolled. Caught again, that bulldog. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Mr. Iguana.
The hunter has become the prey. As somehow Mr. Iguana beats Bill Goldberg and sets himself a date with Abyss. Well, for me, it is a 33. It's time to bid you all adieu. Turmoil's heating up. And with that shock upset main event, it's a matchup of the week performance. I'll see you though for Thursday, where more potential matchups of the week can happen. Tune in. I'll see you then.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that stack, taking big